just if you have your Bible still open, go back just 2 pages. Luke chapter 6. See, here's the storm. Here's the storm. We get saved, we want to tell our best friends, and they don't want our Jesus. What they really want to say is, no, you keep Jesus away from me. Get him in that boat and get out of here, because I don't want your Jesus. And it hurts when it happens. It hurts us when it happens. Look at what Jesus said. Blessed are you. Blessed are you when men hate you and exclude you. Have you not been invited anywhere because people know you don't do the things you used to do? That's being excluded. Blessed are you when men exclude you and revile you and cast you out as evil for the Son of Man's sake. Rejoice in that day, leap for joy, for indeed your reward is great in heaven. For in like manner their fathers did to the prophets. Those people come out, there sits Jesus talking to his disciples. They look, and there's the man from the tombs. There's the man who had had the chains on, dressed, combed his hair, sitting there, listening to Jesus. And you know what they said? What happened to our pig herd? That's what they wanted to know. They looked down there in that water. There's all those dead pigs floating around. And they said, that's our livelihood you're messing with down there. I'm not giving 10% of my money. Oh, I'm sorry, it was pigs. Same thing. What do you mean you want me to come to revival during the week? That's my time. I give God his time. That's my time. You fill in the blanks. That's what it says. People say, if you're going to get radical, if you're going to get crazy about this Jesus, see, they'd rather have the man in the tombs where they could keep him away from them than have Jesus on the loose. Isn't that crazy? Just think about that for a minute. They'd rather have a crazy man, a demoniac, where they could chain him up than have Jesus on the loose messing with them. He messed with their world. Oh, man. And when that happens, friends, it will cast you and I into a spiritual storm. Not because we're the dirty, rotten sinner anymore, but because we know Jesus. And some people aren't going to like it. Well, by now, you know the difference. And the good news for us is Jesus will always be there for us. And I tell you today that it doesn't matter what the storm is. The storm may be simply a natural disaster that God does not aim at you, but it hits you just the same. Call on Jesus. You may have a friend at work. You may have a relative who is just as godless as he can be, and he might give you what for going to church, but you just stay with it, and you keep loving that person, pray for that person, and ask God to get a hold of their heart. Let them get out of their spiritual storm. And you might go to work or you might go home. People might mock you and exclude you because of the change in your life. But friends, they're not going to do anything they haven't already done. I'm asking you today, how are you doing in the storms of life? How are you weathering the trials that come your way daily? And if Jesus isn't there for you, he could be and would be if you would ask him. I want you to ask him. I want you to tell him what you need. Stand with me this morning. I appreciate your being here.